Hello and welcome to the Edges of Earth. My name is Brock. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN that makes online encryption and privacy easy. So many of you know I'm a solo traveler that is quite vulnerable. I often travel to locations that would make the average tourist quite uncomfortable. Inside one of the bags that I carry contains about $5,000 worth of filming equipment. Often I have to leave this in the house of a stranger that I met 1 hour before. But internet vulnerability actually scares me more. While traveling in another country, I was actually victim of credit card fraud. And let me tell you, it was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to deal with in my life. Can you imagine being stuck in another country without having access to your own money? Well, I can tell you, if you haven't, it's terrifying. The reality is that we're extremely vulnerable while surfing the internet. And this is the primary reason why I choose Surfshark. Basically, they provide a powerful encryption for all of your traffic. This includes your phone, your computers, your laptops, your tablets, and other devices as well. This encryption prevents big companies or government agencies or even identity thieves from tracking you or even collecting your personal information like your passport, your social security number, your credit card numbers. But encryption isn't all that they do. There's other features like allowing you to browse Netflix while you're in another country, and you can actually have access to any country's Netflix that you want. So basically, if you want to browse Netflix in the United States, you simply click the button to connect. Now I'm in the United States, and I can have access to all of Netflix content. If I want to watch and see what's on Netflix in Australia, I simply click Australia. Boom, now I'm connected to Australia, and I can see what's happening over there on Netflix. So here's a cool thing. Surfshark agreed to give all the viewers of this channel a discount, like a massive one. Not only will they give you an entire month free, they will give you a discount by 83%. That's like insane. There's a link in the description, be sure to click that. Also during checkout, be sure to use the discount code Edges of Earth to make sure you get that discount. So today I'm starting a new playlist on YouTube, and basically I'm going to call it Crazy Travel Stories. Less than 0.5% of everything that I do makes it to YouTube because the camera just simply isn't rolling. And let me tell you, there's a lot of crazy stuff that has happened. Some things really good, some things really bad, and basically you don't even know anything about them because it wasn't in the video. So I decided to record some of these crazy moments in my life and just share them with you. Obviously there's no footage, so it's going to be like story time. So this is the first video of the series. I hope you enjoy it. So to tell you this story, I actually have to go back in time. I don't know how many years ago, but it's been several before I started to travel the world. So if you're familiar with Couchsurfing, you know it's a website that basically allows local people to connect with travelers and just hang out for the day if that's what you want to do. And I knew I was getting ready to travel the world, and so I was diving into this website to kind of get used to it. So I lived in Phoenix, Arizona for like 5 years, and there was one man from India who made a posting and he said, "Hey, I'm here on business. I just want to hang out with a local person and see what there is to do in the area." I messaged him and said, "Hey, that day I'm free. I can pick you up in my car and we can kind of cruise through the mountains and just hang out." At that time, I actually had the fun car, right? It was a Porsche Boxster, and we put the top down, and basically I took him to all of my favorite places. We cruised through the mountains in a couple different locations. What else did we do? Oh my God, this has been many years ago. I don't remember exactly where we went or what we did, but we went to 3 or 4 of my absolute favorite locations in that area, and we hung out for like 6 or 8 hours. I even drove him all the way up to Flagstaff, and if I remember correctly, that was his first time ever seeing snow. I drove him all the way back to Phoenix and dropped him off at his hotel. He invited me out for dinner at an Indian restaurant. I accepted, but it was later that night, so I actually had to go all the way back home, hang out at home, and then come back, which was like 45 minutes each way, on top of all the driving that we did that day. But it was cool. He asked me if I was ever going to visit India, and I said, yeah, it's on my list of places to go, but there's other countries that I want to visit. I want to go to India, but I don't know when. He said, if you ever go to India, send me a message. Well, many years later, I went to India, but I never sent him a message. I completely forgot about this man. To the second half of this story. After visiting many countries, I decided to fly to India, and I had been traveling for maybe 2 months in India at this point. And I took an overnight train. I arrived early in the morning. I walked from the train station to my hostel, took a shower, took a nap, woke up, and I was hungry. I wanted to go to the rooftop to eat. The man said that there was a restaurant on the roof. So I went up there, and I heard a man say, "Brock." So instantly I'm thinking, like, no one knows me. The only person that knows my name is the man who checked me in, and even that, like, he memorized my name. So I kind of like, who knows me? And then I see this man's face, and I immediately think, I know you. I recognize you, but I don't know where you were. Did I meet you in Mumbai? Did I meet you somewhere in Gujarat? I can't think of where I met this man in India over the last 2 months, because at that moment I was in Jodhpur, but I couldn't remember where I seen his face. And he comes really close. He shakes my hand. He says, "You don't recognize me?" And I said, I recognize you, but I can't can't figure out where I seen you recently. He says, no. He says, the United States. And I'm thinking, what? And then I realized, oh my God. 4 years later, we bump into each other on the other side of planet Earth, completely by random. He says, not only is this completely random, but he says, in addition, this hostel is owned by my friend. Me and my other 2 friends over there, we come here 3 times a month or 4 times a month. It's usually on a Friday night. And he said, even this night, we canceled with each other. We weren't going to come because one person had some plans, and so they weren't going to hang out. But then the other 3 said, yeah, let's just hang out anyway. So they came, and so by chance, we met up on the same rooftop on the other side of planet Earth. Crazy. Like, the odds of this scenario happening is, in my mind, like 0. Like, how is that possible? And I just happen to go to the exact city that he's from, and go to the exact area, and go to the exact building that is owned by his friend that he visits every Friday night. So in my mind, this is insane. How is this possible? I have no idea. So that's basically my story of against all odds. I guess looking back, I probably should have bought a lotto ticket that day. Maybe I would have won, I don't know. Obviously this story was never on camera because I wasn't filming at that moment. I was just hanging out and eating dinner. So anyway, yeah, that's my story of crazy coincidence. Hope you enjoy it. I have more videos coming. I'm not sure. I have a whole list of crazy stories. So maybe every week or 2, I'll get in some type of habit of posting this type of content. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. If you haven't clicked that Surfshark link, be sure to do so. I don't know how long the offer lasts, but they told me it's 83% off. So anyway, I thank you all for watching. Thanks for following my crazy adventures. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. Take care.